we've talked about the success, what everybody's probably wondering is what's the catch?
Yeah.
Like that's because in our space, you know, the insurance, the RIA, the broker dealer, the IMO space, there's typically a catch for someone to participate in any kind of platform like
The
this.
zinger, we call it, right?
Right. So
Yeah.
what's the catch, Coach?
$2,000 a month for us, and you have to pay for the radio stations. We don't require any contracts. We're not an FMO. We're just a little insurance agent that decided to be a financial advisor and decided to be on the radio 15 years ago. And so we're not paid and compensated by the advisor's production. We want to see you do better, because if you do better, we're happy, and you're not going to leave us, and you're going to tell everybody how good you're doing. I have a big payroll here, so I need more and more advisors to make sure that we have personal attention given to every advisor we work with. We never want an advisor to feel like they're just being shoved to the side. So every single advisor gets their own co-host and gets their own customer service rep too. We want to make sure that you can succeed and get better every single week.
So in an average market, I mean, I know like in LA or New York might be a little bit different, but in an average market, what should a financial advisor budget? And I know we're talking about we want them to commit for probably 12 months of commitment to the platform, but what should they be budgeting on a monthly basis?
About the price of a seminar these days, if you're doing a food seminar and invitations and all this stuff without the time commitment.
Right.
So when you look at, I like to, if you're going to record a show, I want to see you on at least 2 stations in the area. You know, and it can be a country music station, rock and roll, talk radio, even sports. We custom design shows for all those. But if you're going to take the time to record, why not be on more than one station?
Right.
So look at maybe $500 to $600 an hour for a station, which is very cheap compared to what they want to charge you for a minute commercial, by the way. And so it's during the weekend. We try to find a good spot, but I would say between $1,000 to $2,000 a week for radio time, and then our $2,000 production charge.
Well, that's less than what I know a lot of people are paying for the steak dinner seminars.
Yeah, but you're not getting any credibility when you're doing steak dinner either. I don't care what you think you're doing. They know that they're there for the food. My story is for the first 10 years of my career, I did seminars, food seminars, and I just would look around the room. And we used to, I was back in the roaring 90s when you'd mail out 5,000 postcards and fill up 5 venues, 5 different nights, 50 people a night, right?
It's the good old days.
But still, looking around the room, you could tell that most of the people were there for the steak. And the $6 million lady that we talked about, she'd never go for a steak. So you're going to get more authority. You're going to get bigger clients. Our average premium has tripled since I started doing radio as opposed to seminars, as far as average person, average money they bring. So it is a little bit of expense, right? But you get what you pay for too. And so you could do it cheaper on a radio station. Like, there are a lot of cheap radio stations out there, but the reason why radio stations are cheap is because no one's listening. Right? If I'm a little rinky-dink station, I'm going to give you cheap time just to keep my lights on, but no one's listening. So we want to be on the best station in the area, the best time we can get, and we'll mold it for what your budget is. But if you're underspending on radio time, it'll come back to haunt you in the future. So I'm more than happy to spend what I need to spend, because I know we make that back at least 4 or 5 times what I spent.
But you consult each advisor on all those pieces, so they're not going to have to wonder if they're underspending. You guys are actually working with them on that process. Now, when someone starts,
look at it. A Hyundai is cheaper than a Lexus, right?
Right.
But which one would you want to be in? I'm just saying. So this cheaper radio, not that there's anything wrong with Hyundai. Let's say Kia, something like that, or whatever. But there are high dollar cars and low dollar cars, and when someone's in a high dollar car, they're getting more attention.
Right.
Just like on the radio station, you pay more for a good station, you get more attention, more people listening.
So we know what the cost is. You guys consult the advisor through the whole process. From the time they said, let's go, how long does it take for their first show to actually get on the air?
We've done it within 2 weeks, and that is when everything aligns right. That's the radio station just happened to have an opening we liked. The advisor had time in their schedule to record with us. They were able to order their equipment right quick from Amazon within 2 days nowadays. It's amazing, isn't it? My wife gets mad every time there's a bunch of Amazon boxes, but I spend a lot of money at Amazon here at the office. I even have an Amazon credit card. I get 5% back when I spend there, so then I can buy personal things that I like a cigar humidor I got upstairs, a big walk-in one. But it's about having everything lined up. But the legitimate, 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, within a month you can be on the radio.
And I think what you've told me is if advisors are already doing dinner seminars, for the most part, they're going to continue to do those, and this is going to be in conjunction with that. they may actually see additional success in their dinner seminars because now they've celebritized themselves in the community.
You may not realize it, but people will show up because they've heard you on the radio, then they see an invitation, they say, I'm going to go see this person.
Right.
And then during the seminar, when people are waiting for the seminar to start, when they're sitting down, you can be playing your radio show on the loudspeakers in there instead of music. I used to do Frank Sinatra tunes, but it'd been nice to have a radio show playing.
Very true.
And you can also make a video. We can help you do videos on the radio programs. You can have a video playing of you and you're like in the studio or stuff like that. So there's all sorts of ways you can repurpose it, but your credibility will increase for your seminars. They work good hand in hand. I just got burnt out. I did too many seminars back in the day. Somebody had a birthday party during one of my seminars.
Too many plate lickers.
Somebody asked if they could bring some friends, and they looked like they had good demographics. So 6 people showed up during a seminar in Wilmington, North Carolina, a very expensive steakhouse. In the back of the room, there was a commotion. I looked back there, they were singing happy birthday to like 6 people at the table, had a birthday cake lit with candles during my seminar singing happy birthday. I knew that was my last seminar, by the way.
Understood.
So nothing wrong with seminars. I'm not here to disparage them because a lot of people are having great success with it, but adding radio will not hurt, it will help.
So someone's watched this series of videos from the last couple of weeks and they go, I want to talk to Coach. What is the process? Like, is there a specific person they call or send an email?
Yeah.
How does this whole process get started if they have interest?
We'll put the contact information up on the screen here.
Okay.
And Chris is my main production assistant. Chris Breathauer, you'll probably talk to him, or Sarah, or even Kim in our office. But we have a chain of command. And when you make contact with us, they're required to fill out a sheet saying contact has been made with your number. And then I keep on and make sure they follow up with you to make sure that you get all your answers within 24 hours if possible.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because we're here to help you. We're not an FMO. We're not trying to get your business. We don't want your contracts. We want you to have success. And if you have success, then it helps everybody in the media field.
Well, if you've ever considered doing radio, I highly encourage you to talk to Coach Pete in his office because they've got it locked down on how to have success and make sure that money you're spending every single month turns into revenue in the future.